Good morning, everybody. Hiya, nice to see you all. It's Monday morning again. Where did last week go? It's flown by. So I'll just wait a few minutes just to see if people are going to join us. And today we're going to be talking about keeping hydrated. Because obviously you've seen the weather forecast for this week. It's going to get quite warm, to say the least, or shall we say even quite hot. So I'll just wait and see if people are going to join us. It is only 11:01, so hiya Tony, nice to see you. Just going to move my chair over a little bit. Morning Nicola, nice to see you too. What a lovely weekend we've all had. Hopefully you all enjoyed Father's Day yesterday. So I was treated to a nice green tea to share with my husband from my daughter, which was lovely. Good morning. We'll just wait a couple of minutes just to see if a few more people are going to join us, and then we'll start talking. So I'm going to be talking about keeping hydrated, also about UTIs, which are urinary tract infections, and also what people don't really talk about is incontinence, so which can happen to anybody of any age. So we'll be having a chat about that as well. So just give it another couple of minutes. Got me talking cafe banner behind me. So did you have a good weekend then, Tony? Hannah's joining us as well, so she can put some comments in my box for me with some links, hopefully. Okay, I think we'll make a start. So we're here today to talk about hydration and keeping ourselves hydrated. I did a little bit of research over the weekend with my little iPad here. So it's just a few tips. Obviously, a lot of older people don't always recognise that, that when they are thirsty. So this is just a couple of tips for you to help to keep yourself hydrated. So keep a bottle of water with you during the day, and obviously to reduce the costs, carry a reusable water bottle and fill it up with tap water. A lot of people don't like just plain water, which, you know, that can be quite boring. So you could always try a slice of lemon or lime to put in there to enjoy your drink. Also drink water before, during and when you're doing a workout. Obviously if you're going to the gym, not that I am, okay, but make sure you've always got some water with you. When you're feeling hungry, drink water. Thirst is often confused with hunger. True hunger will not be satisfied by drinking water. Drinking water can also contribute to a healthy weight loss plan. Some research suggests that drinking water can help you to feel full. If you have trouble remembering to drink water, then you could have a schedule. For example, drink when you wake up, at breakfast, lunch, dinner, and when you go to bed. Oops, what's happened there? Also, when we get a chance to maybe go back out and go to a restaurant or to go to a cafe, sometimes you might have tea or you might have coffee. Tea and coffee doesn't always keep you hydrated, so maybe when you order a tea and a coffee, ask for a glass of water as well, so that will keep you hydrated, especially this week is going to be really hot. I'm just going to show you, this is my water bottle. I've got a soda stream that I got for my birthday. So this is my water bottle, which is quite big. I don't actually, it's 840 millilitres of water. I probably drink about 4 of these a day. I do drink a lot of water. I don't like milk, so I don't drink tea and coffee. This has got lemon squash in it because obviously water can be quite plain. So I like to have a little bit of lemon squash, or you could use orange. Or like I say, you could use limes or an orange or a lemon, just a slice to put in your bottle to keep you hydrated. Also, you could use ice lollies. Okay, so that's a good way of keeping it. And also, people think if you drink a lot during the day, that will help you to stay hydrated at night. A lot of people think that we'll get to 6 o'clock and they're frightened that they're not going to actually get through the night. Maybe they might have an accident because they don't tend to drink after 6 o'clock. But I spoke to the Living Better nurse, Emma Turner at the West Somerset Healthcare, and she said so long as people drink a lot during the day, this will then help them to keep hydrated through the night. And sometimes people do have an accident, but that's okay. You know, there's nothing to worry about. I'm just going to have a look at this thing. So promoting good hydration and nutrition in older adults leads to increased well-being and improved quality of life. Older adults often forget to drink, and over half of nursing home residents do not have a safe swallowing mechanism, making them very susceptible to decreased fluid intake. So obviously, if you don't, the risk of dehydration and urine tract infection in older adults could lead to confusion, falls, acute kidney failure, injury, and even hospital admissions. So it's quite serious, really. We need to keep a check on them. So if you don't drink enough water, you may become dehydrated. This means your body doesn't have enough fluid to operate properly. So your urine can be an indicator if you're dehydrated. If it's colourless or light yellow, you're well hydrated. If your urine is a dark yellow or an amber colour, you may be dehydrated. Now, I do have a picture that I got from the Living Better nurse, which I'm going to share with you. It is a picture showing the colours of urine. So if you don't want to look, you better turn away now, okay? But this just goes to show what colour your urine can actually look like. So as you can see, let me just put that there for you. So you can see how dark when you are severely dehydrated. So a lot can be said by what colour your urine actually looks at. When I also spoke to the Living Better nurse, she informed me that people over the age of 65 will not have their urine tested, will not be dipped, purely for the fact that people over the age of 65 will have some sort of bacteria in their urine, which I didn't know that. So I also wanted to share this with you. I thought this was quite funny. So obviously this is a little joke that we can have this morning. If you came looking for pee jokes, you're in luck, because here they are. There we go. A little bit of fun. Bless him. So let me just find my other pictures on here. Don't forget, if you want to put any comments in our comment little comments, you can do. But do remember that obviously people will actually be seeing them. So if it's something personal that you feel you want to share with us, then if you just private message the Talking Cafe, and obviously an agent will get back to you. Okay. Let me just find my other bits and pieces. Sorry, a minute. This has got it all on my iPad. So the signs and symptoms of feeling dehydrated. Hi, Emily. She just realised that she needs to drink more water. Yes. So the signs and symptoms that you could be dehydrated: little or no urine. So you can't go to the toilet. Urine that is darker than usual. Obviously, I've just shown that picture. I will share that again, I think, later on in Talking Cafe. A dry mouth. Sleepiness or fatigue. So sometimes we're feeling quite tired. It could be we're tired because we are dehydrated. Extreme thirst. A headache. Confusion. Dizziness or lightheadedness. And this is one that I didn't know. No tears when crying. So that's a sign that you could be dehydrated. Some people are at high risk of dehydrating, including people who exercise at a high intensity or in hot weather. Don't exercise in hot weather, not a good idea. Or for too long, who have certain medical conditions, if you have kidney stones or a bladder infection. As you get older, your brain may not be able to sense dehydration. It doesn't send signals for thirst, which is why the older people get, the more they need to be prompted. And I do know this happens in care homes. If we go out on home visits, I think it'd be a good idea to actually talk to our clients about this. Make sure that they have, say, a jug of water by the side of where they're sitting, and just have some prompts that maybe they check that every hour they'll just take a few sips of water or something like that. Like I say, tea and coffee doesn't rehydrate you, whereas water does. Okay, so let's just talk about urinary tract infections and how this affects them, obviously. I'll just find my notes. Oh, that's another thing as well, actually. Remember that you can get dehydration doesn't always happen in the summer. When you turn on your heating, you still need to keep hydrated, because obviously your house can get very hot, like it would on a summer's day, and you may not be drinking as much water. So I mentioned that. So urinary tract infections was the condition with the highest rate of emergency admissions to hospital in 2012-2013. Dehydration is closely linked to UTIs and has been highlighted as a common cause of admission hospital in nursing home residents. There is evidence that many older residents living in care homes do not have enough to drink. And I noticed, I've been researching over the weekend, which was absolutely lovely. And what the nursing homes have done, they've made a trolley and they've decorated it all with lots of flowers, with bows, with ribbon, made it really pretty to look at. And then they've got lots of different drinks on offer. They've got the water, they've got the juices, and they take it round the nursing home. And everybody's really excited when they see this really good trolley, you know, and they get excited about it. And obviously they want to have a drink from it. So I thought that was a really good thing that nursing homes had put in place. So the urinary tract infections frequently, and obviously you will maybe have a smell. That's one of the symptoms. You could have discomfort and colour. Like I say, the over 65s wouldn't have a wee dip. They wouldn't have it dipped because obviously there is bacteria already in people over the age of 65. But if you do feel that you have got a urinary tract infection, or a UTI as it's shortened, just call your GP and they'll put you through to a nurse practitioner, and the nurse practitioner will talk to you about your symptoms. And it may be that they might say, well, drink more water, see how you get on. Or if you are in a lot of discomfort, it might mean that maybe you do actually need some antibiotics. Okay, so we'll see where we go from there. And then a subject that we don't really talk about and I think a lot of people do avoid it, even family members probably avoid it, is incontinence. No one wants to talk about it, but actually it's good to talk about it. It does happen. You know, I know a lot of my friends have said, wow, I never knew that I wouldn't be able to jump on a trampoline after I'd had my children because it's too difficult for obvious reasons, because she's frightened she's going to wet herself, which there's nothing wrong with that. If you have a little accident, you have an accident. I'm just going to find I think it's on here. It seems very quiet today. There's not many people. Unless there's lots of people watching, but they're just not commenting, maybe. I don't know. So, bladder weakness doesn't have to have a major impact on your life. With the right products and support, it's quite easy to learn to live with it. Almost 400 million people, both men and women, around the world live with bladder weakness, so you're far from being alone. Okay, that's from yesterday. Let me find this other one. So I just want you to read, I'm just going to read you about Andrea. So Andrea is a saleswoman in a clothing store. I'm on my feet all day and I'm constantly having to deal with customers. Many years ago, I started leaking urine during physical exertion. For example, if I lifted something heavy in the warehouse, a few drops of urine could end up in my pants. I was afraid that my colleagues or even maybe a customer might notice something. After some hesitation, I told my best friend Gabby. She recommended a small pad for bladder weakness. This was wonderful, and I lived perfectly well for years. But eventually, my problem grew larger, and the pads no longer gave me sufficient protection. When I heard about the new tenor protection underwear, I was very sceptical. A liner or a pad in my panties was not that a big deal, but abandon my comfortable briefs and instead put on a protective underwear. This was unimaginable for me. However, my curiosity won, and I ordered a free sample. At least I wanted to try them out. When the package arrived, I was expecting thick, old-fashioned underwear that would be noticeable under my clothes. But in fact, it was the opposite. The tenor protection underwear is tight against my body and has a nice design. No one can see that I'm wearing a bladder weakness product under my jeans, and the protective underwear is much more absorbent than the pads. This sense of security is exactly what I was looking for. I now wear tenor protective underwear every day and I don't even notice it anymore. So that's Andrea's story. Obviously, there are other products apart from tenor, so I just want to say that. So let's also look at the other thing as well, is pelvic floor exercises. When you've had a baby, the midwife comes to visit you and she gives you a sheet and she tells you to do these exercises, and you probably do for the first couple of weeks thinking, oh, do as I'm told because that's what she's told me to do. But actually, did you know that as little as 5 minutes of pelvic floor exercises a day can significantly reduce incontinence or even make it go away? Once you get the hang of it, you can do it anywhere, at any time, and it's never too late to start. So, this is just going to give you a little bit of a rundown of a pelvic floor exercise that you can do. So start off doing the exercises lying down. This makes it easier to clench effectively, okay? To isolate the muscles, start by clenching with the muscles around your back passage. Then continue clenching. Keep clenching as if you were holding something. Your buttocks and thighs should be relaxed. Keep clenching for 2 seconds and then relax for 2 seconds. Repeat as many times as you can. So, the strength clench. Clench the pelvic floor muscles as tightly as you can and hold for 5 seconds. Then relax for 5 seconds and then repeat 5 to 10 times. Then the quickness clench. Clench as hard as you can for 2 seconds and then relax for 2 seconds. Do this 5 to 10 times a day, and each time you feel a sneeze, a cough, or a laugh coming on. So these are really simple exercises that you could just try it and just do it 5 times a day. You know, it's not hard, only take you a couple of seconds. Nobody knows you're doing it. You could do it sat in a chair. I could be doing it now while I'm here at Talking Cafe. Who knows? So, it's very quiet on here today, unless my comments are just not coming up. So, has anybody got any questions, or would they like me to go over anything? I have got some other photos to show you. So this one is about the common causes of delirium. Okay. Oh, what's happened there? There we go. So it's called Pinch Me, the common causes of delirium. Okay, I'm just going to show you this. So that's pain, infection, nutrition, constipation, hydration, medication, and the environment. So that's something else that obviously if you don't keep yourself hydrated. I'm just going to show the urine colour again. So this shows you what your urine should look like, and obviously, you know, if you do notice that your urine has changed colour, then it could be the fact that you are dehydrated. So that's, sorry, I'm trying to do it the right way. I'm not very good at this, am I? Where's the camera? There you go. So you can see, obviously, if your urine is dark, then you certainly need to be hydrating yourself a lot more. So I'm trying to think if there's anything left to say. I'll just have a look at my notes. Oh, there we go. So incontinence is an issue that many are not comfortable discussing, but it affects most people. So using the correct incontinence products is important. So you can ask your GP for an appointment with the incontinence nurse for support. There are exercises that can help, so do talk to experts, as we know the incontinence results in some people are too nervous to go out for fear of having an accident, which leads to isolation and increased mental health issues. We do have some clients that do worry, and they want to stay within their own home because they're frightened of actually having an accident when they go out. But if they speak to an incontinence nurse and get the right support and get the right pads and incontinence products, that should not stop them leading a normal everyday life. Okay? So I've just got one more thing I'd like to share with you today, which is another little joke that I found. So here we go. So the doctor would like a stool sample, a urine sample, and a sperm sample. And the gentleman says, "What did she say?" To which the wife says, "They want your underwear." I thought that was quite funny. There you go. So, if anybody's got any questions or anything, or if anybody would like to put in the comments what they'd like to see us talk about over the next few weeks. It obviously seemed quite, when we were talking about it last week, about obviously talking about hydration this week, little did we know that obviously the weather is going to impact on us, and the UK is actually going to be hotter than the Bahamas. I'm not really looking forward to that, to be honest. I like the sun, but I don't want to be like, boiling hot. So my fans will be coming out of the loft. And like I say, 840 mils of water is in this bottle, and I drink 4 of these a day. So with my lemon that I've got today, my lemon squash. Okay, but you can use anything. I love sparkling water, and to cut down on the plastic. My daughter noticed that obviously I was buying a lot of sparkling water in plastic bottles. So that's why I got a soda stream for my birthday. So I just have the one bottle now that I fill up with my sparkling water, and saving the planet at the same time. So I don't think there's anything else left to say today. It seems very quiet. Don't know why. So it's been nice to see you all, and I look forward to seeing you all in a couple of weeks. Jane Lillis from the village agent from Exford and Dulverton, she will be with you next Monday. I'm sorry, I can't remember what she's talking about. And then the following week will be Izzy. So the next time you see me will be July. So let's see what happens. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. And remember, drink lots of water. So bye-bye for now. See you soon.